Look at her. Wait a minute. Look at them. Look at her. And Julie and Brandy. Ooh. They're looking stunning. Look at her. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Look at Her, the Hey Qween After Show, where our super celebrity guest looks at some of the queens they played with, slayed with, or even laid with, and spills a little tea. There's a lesbian in my tea. Or throws a little shade if they have to, or just tells us something that we don't know. Today it's all in the family because I've got my sissy besties here with me, Julie and Brandy of the Dumb Gay Politics Podcast. And I've got my other sissy besties in the house too, Adam, Joseph, and Erickatoure.
Yeah.
This is my favorite episode ever. And for those of you who loves hot tea, go ahead, write some letters. Maybe we'll get it back in the air. Julie and Brandy.
Yes.
Welcome to my home.
Oh.
I'm so happy to have you guys back in the Hey Qween studio.
We're so excited to be back.
We got you out of the house.
Us out of the house.
The last time we left the house was at the Hey Qween Christmas special, the hot tea Christmas special,
Right.
4 years ago.
Exactly. And you got yourself a free COVID test today.
And I'm positive. Got the antibodies and a thyroid problem.
She's kidding, everyone. She's kidding.
I'm kidding.
No, but she does have a thyroid problem.
Yeah.
Well, now, everyone, if you don't know Julie and Brandy, then you must not have seen the People's Couch, Fashion Police, Gayest of All Time podcast, or, of course, their podcast, Dumb Gay Politics, or their Patreon, which is also a delight. You guys have a very devoted fan base.
Oh.
It's a micro celebrity, like a very, very, very tiny, like the tiniest thing on a ruler. That tiny one. That's basically what it is.
Well, you collect all of the people who are in your Patreon, and you have a hole in your drug den at home where you record the podcast. You have all their pictures up.
That's true. And that's nice to know that they really exist.
Yes, they're real. You even had some DGP babies that were born with their mothers listening to the podcast.
That's true.
The best. For half of the people on the drug den bulletin board, I don't believe are real. I'm like, nice troll. But the babies seem pretty real. We get videos of babies listening. Julie's like screaming like.
We got someone sent a video of her newborn baby with the phone next to the baby.
Her
name
is Goldie. And we say it's Julie's daughter, Goldie Goldman.
and then we're talking on the podcast, and at one point I'm screaming. I'm like, fuck, rah, rah, rah. The baby starts laughing. Yeah, and we're just like, oh,
yeah, we love Goldie.
Okay.
She'll do her hair like Julie. She'll do her hair like full. She'll do Les' hair. She'll be like, here's Goldie with her mom's hairdo and her dad's hairdo.
Right.
Yeah, we love the babies.
Oh, we don't have children.
All right, now on that note, you guys know how to play this game. You're gonna look and you're gonna spill.
Okay.
All right, let us begin. Look at her. Oh, Lisa Vanderpump.
Ooh. She changes the energy in the room when she walks in. There's
Really?
no denying it.
Because you guys were the hosts of the
denying
Vanderpump
it.
Rules after show for a couple years.
Right.
Now remember when you, Lady Red, Julie and I, it was after Hot Tea, we went to Pump prior to even, I don't even think People's Couch was even on, or it was maybe People's Couch was on. And here comes Ken walking in with Jiggy, and you and Lady Red were like, bye, girl. And you guys, and me and Julie were like losing our minds with Ken and Jiggy. Like we were already, super huge fans of Lisa Vanderpump. I mean, the pinnacles for us, are Nene, Lisa Vanderpump, Leah Black,
Vicky.
Vicky Gunvalson and Countess Luann. Those are our tops.
Right,
so.
not really. Yeah.
Right, of course.
But Lisa Vanderpump, no matter how you slice it, no matter what fan or not, she is a complete force of energy. I mean, she just changes the room when she walks in it. She just does.
Yeah.
Julie and Brandy.
Yeah, I mean,
who are they anyway?
Yeah, just like bedazzled
gorgeous.
and gorgeous and glamorous, and
Love
you know what
it.
I mean?
Yes, I do. We saw her at Pump.
Yeah.
She looks stunning.
Yeah.
Okay, look at her. Jax and Brittany, honey. Now you got some close-up time with Jax and Brittany on that Vanderpump
We
after
did.
show.
We hung out with them. They are really nice.
Again, we had met Jax at Pump prior to that. But the thing about that was sort of a big deal at that time was that was Brittany's first season. And, you know, it's like they met in Vegas and nobody ever was like, okay, you know, and she's such a sweet, warm person. And, you know, that's a cliquish group. And they were obviously nice to us or whatever, but it was really her that was our connection because she was new and we were new. So we just really, you know, and she's nice to everyone, but she was really nice to us and we liked her. And now they're having a baby. So it's like, wow, she really did, you know, she really did it.
Yeah.
We got, you know, we barely even finished that season before they were like, you gotta go. She's now, you know, has a great house and they're together and they're having a baby. It's, you know, we love Jax. He's like one of our favorite on the show.
He was super nice too.
I mean,
he was
Jax and Julie were kind of flirty friends, weren't
well,
they?
I think, you know, he was, you know, whatever you say about him too. And going places with her, with men, can be grotesque. And however,
I bet.
like, I've seen the worst of men, but I've also seen the best. And this guy who is like a womanizer and a liar and a cheater and all this shit.
In the best and loving way.
Yes, of
we
course.
Love him.
Then I'm saying this, and this is part of the show. This is part of his lore, his character. He is so charming and so sweet and so nice and so fun. And when we were together, he wasn't a creep, he wasn't creepy, he wasn't pervy, he was cool.
He was always sweet with gay guys. Gay guys would flock around him, and he loved that attention.
He loved it. He was totally confident with himself, and he was a panty dropper for everyone because he was so cool. And it was everyone else who lost their minds around him.
All right. Good on you, Jax. Look at her. Our former boss, Rosie O'Donnell. She was just on your podcast.
She was. I mean, you know, Rosie, she's a legend. She is a legend. And we've...
Yeah, were you guys dying when you got on that show? Had you met her before Big Gay Sketch Show?
No, not at all.
No.
And it was a very high intensity moment for Rosie because she was producing our show and also doing her first season on The View.
Right, and she would come in and be like, these women, like, God damn it. Like,
I mean, Rosie O'Donnell is like, she is top of the pops, if you think about it. Like she is a talk show legend. She is enormous. And it was crazy that she was, you know, made that show. And it's just, it's easy now to sort of forget just like how big she is.
Even VH1, the stand-up specials, all of her stand-up, and then when she did all the stakeout movies and Exit to Eden, classic.
Don't forget.
I mean,
I was a huge fan as a kid before the talk show.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I'd say she was she to us was nothing but 100% nice, supportive, kind the whole time.
Yeah, she wanted things to go well. She also has her own, like we all do, her own. And as we learned throughout the years, she wrote the book, she's got mental illness, then she's this, that, and the other thing. You know.
She loves performers and people trying it. She's so supportive of, you know, performers. That's pretty rare.
Yes.
She's still trying to help people in the pandemic. It's like, yeah, no, who cares?
Yeah.
But she did.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, these, you know, theater people
she
can't get work.
loves a Broadway person.
She does.
Yeah, she does love a Broadway person.
Whenever we would be on set and be like, Rosie's here. Rosie says, Rosie's coming. Rosie's coming. There she is. We would all stand like, hi, Rosie. Hi. Will she remember my name?
It was like
she
a
always
chorus line.
did. She was so sweet.
I really need this job.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, look up. Andrew Yang. The Yang Gang was on your show, honey.
That was a big deal. I mean, and if people probably don't even really know who Andrew Yang is, and you know, here, Canada, whatever, but he ran for office. He wanted to give everyone $1,000 a month, and we were like, we are here for you. and he just, in so many ways, I mean, even now with everything that's happening with the election and the voting machines and hacking, it's like he was so there on just technological warfare and on all of it.
Oh
I mean,
God.
Andrew Yang is, if you don't know him, look him up, and he took, you know, universal basic income, which is a Martin Luther King concept, and Martin Luther King Jr., and he just is.
It's all about your data protection too, and even just talking with him, he was down to earth. He was cool. He had a good sense of humor. He was down to laugh. He was cool.
Yeah, it was. It doesn't. People are like, who the hell is that? But for us, I mean, it was such an honor to meet him and talk to him at all. Like, he's really, really smart. Like, he will be president, I think.
If Joe Biden becomes president, he'll definitely be in the administration in some way.
I would hope so,
But
because
if
he
not,
had a lot
then-
of smart ideas.
Really
He's
good
got
ideas.
50 more years to be president, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Since we only deal with the golden boys around here. I'm 80. Oh, I'm young. I'm 77. Okay. Look at her. All right. Oh, Melissa Etheridge, honey.
Hello, children. Click here. Click here. And subscribe. You're welcome.